Since the start of the school year, at least 10 schools across the valley have reported threats, and the Casa Grande district is just the latest.
The district says they've had 2 schools receive threats in just 2 days. They sent out this letter to parents letting them know after law enforcement investigated, those threats were not valid.
But with threats becoming more common, not just here in the valley, but across the country, we asked how often do they come to fruition?
And is the fear overshadowing other issues on campus? ABC 15's Jamie Warren has the story.
You can't just dismiss a threat. You have to investigate and you have to take it seriously.
Amanda Klinger with the nonprofit Educators School Safety Network says research shows the number of threats to schools across the country are on the rise, but the number of actual shootings is slim, making up 6% of the violence reported. That's less than the number of suspicious devices being found and fights on campus. Yet, Klinger says active shooter drills seem to be the most common practice.
When we focus all of our energy and attention on responding to this one type of risk or hazard, what are the other things that we are not paying attention to?
While there are many, Klinger mentioning one issue we've seen unfolding in Chandler, where 3 students in the past few days have been hit by cars after school.
You have a student who gets struck by a car at dismissal because we don't have adequate supervision when kids are getting onto buses or getting into cars. That's a tragedy too.
Their research recommending schools have more training for other tragedies, not just shootings. And while they say shooting drills are critical,
my prediction is that in 10 or 15 years, when we adequately study this issue, we are going to see that there was an impact on academic achievement, there was an impact on mental health, and we know anecdotally that those intense drills and those intense security interventions have an effect on kids.
Klinger says this should not take away from the mentality of if you see something, say something. The network also recommends that schools lay out their plans on how to handle threats and communicate that to parents at the very start of the school year. That way there's no concerns later on. Jamie Warren, ABC 15 Arizona.